How's it going, everyone? Nick here with McGaughys Suspension. We've got this 2024 GMC 2500 HD AT4 that has our 7 to 9 inch kit sitting about 8 inches. It's sitting on 38 1350 24 Nitto ridge grapplers, and it also has some 24 by 12 Fittipaldi wheels on it. This truck looks really good. There's nothing wrong with it, but the owner of the truck has changed direction on what he's planning on doing with the truck and would like to drop it down to our 4-inch kit. So in this video, we're going to take this 7-inch kit off the truck and put our 4-inch kit on it. We're going to document if there's any scenarios that people would need to be aware of, so it's helpful for someone else that is in the same position. Just remove the 7-inch kit, put our 4-inch kit on it, which is going to drop the height of the truck overall, give them more bed clearance, and also a lower towing hitch area for towing. He is going to change his wheels and tires. We've got some new wheels and tires. They're going to be 37 1250s, and I want to say they're going to be a 20 by 10 wheel, and I'll get the exact specs and we'll document that as well. Down in the description down below, I'll keep all the overview of specs of how high this truck was at this state and then how it's going to end up on the 4-inch kit. Our goal is to get it down low enough to where he can still clear. He's obviously already modified or removed his factory mudguard, which we have that, and that is cut already from another set of wheels and tires that he had on it previously. So we're going to put those back on, hopefully with that cut that's already modified on that factory mud flap, plus the trimming that he did already up front for these 38 1350s. We should be totally fine at about a 4.5-inch range is what we're going to try to target for. But again, I'll make all those notes in the video once it's done, and then I'll compile everything and put it down in the description down below, so you guys can keep track at home. This is a really nice truck. I had the opportunity, it's actually a friend of mine, so I've had the truck for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. I've drove it around, put some miles on it, and I actually drove it here to the facility. I've personally in the seat probably put about, I don't know, 200 miles, 250 miles on the truck. So I've got a good understanding of how it drives around town and on the highway. So I'm also going to give you a little bit of overview on that as well, because this truck rides really nice right now, but obviously with the bigger wheels and the tires, it picks up more of the road. So you feel a little bit of that, but the overall ride quality of the truck is actually great. Again, we're going to lower it down because he has future plans to tow and also put some stuff in the bed of the truck, and basically he's made a decision that he'd rather drop it down in ride height but still not lose the overall look of the truck. So we're hoping that we're going to gain that, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's going to change out from the chrome wheels to a black set of wheels too as well. Obviously you can see there's a couple other things done to the truck: front bumper, winch, some side steps as well. It's got a rear bumper out back as well. Other than that, the truck's pretty much stock. There is another, if you're interested in seeing more about this truck, more detail, there is another video that I've previously uploaded, a complete walk around of this truck and details and everything. So you can go and watch that video if you're just interested in the 7 and 9 kit as it is sitting now. So without further ado, let's go and tear apart the truck. All right, so we're in the shop, and like I explained, this is not going to be like a tutorial on how to disassemble a 7-inch kit and also to install a 4-inch kit, but the purpose is going to be to show you if there's anything that you come across doing this. And one of the first things that we came across that we wanted to note before we got any further, but the 7-inch kit has a CV spacer on the driver's side, which these bolts are going to be longer than your factory. So if you don't have your factory bolts any longer, you're going to have to replace these back to a factory length bolt. I'll put down in the description the bolt size, so if you are needing to buy new bolts, that'll help you go and purchase new bolts, and I'll give a quantity as well. But just wanted to note that that spacer is going to come out because the 4-inch kit does not use a spacer, and the notes down in the description will have the bolt size and the quantity that you're going to need. Okay, here we are. GMC is now on a 4-inch kit on the ground, looking really good. This setup, I think, is going to be perfect for what he is looking to do with the truck now. And even though that's a 7-inch kit and those 38s looks really nice on it, I think now this is something that is going to be a lot better for his needs. So let's go over it real quick here and let you know where we're sitting currently right now. So now we're sitting on 37 1250s, Ridge Grapplers again, really nice tire. A lot of people have been having good luck with them, and this guy obviously loves them, so he's going to go with Ridge Grapplers again. And those are made by Nitto. They're a 37 1250 by 20, and then these wheels right here are a Fittipaldi 20 by 10, and they are a little bit more of an aggressive wheel for the 4-inch kit. This is probably the most width and poke, which backspace or offset if you want to say. So offset is measured from the outside to from the wheel mounting surface to the outside lip. Backspace is from the mounting surface to the inside. When we're talking about backspacing, that's so then we can make sure that we have proper mounted clearance on the inside of the suspension area, and then the outside is usually what people refer to as like the poke, how far it pokes out past the fender. So on our 4-inch kits, we really like to see a 9-inch wide and 5-inch backspace for that happy middle, or a little even more backspace if you'd like as well to keep it nice and tucked. But this is probably the most amount of poke that I would personally like to see on these trucks for the better fitment, for clearance reasons. But because this one already had the bumpers trimmed pretty aggressively and the cab side, the mud flap's not on it yet. I'm gonna work on trying to see if I can get that on there at a later date, but I wanted to at least make this video. But right now, this tire has plenty of clearance. Let's go around maybe on the other side and see. But it has plenty of clearance right now. When this turns, it gets really close to this edge. But like I said, this has already been cut, and there's no rear or lower cap to the rear side installed. So we'll work with that at a later date and see if we can get those on. But for now, this is the fitment right here. 20 by 10s, -19, comes out to be 4.75 backspace. The 4-inch kit is sitting at a little bit over 4 inches, 4.5 inches. I'm gonna try to bring it down a little bit as well. And before I get the truck aligned and finalized, the rear has just a 1.75 rear block, no shims on it. So it's sitting just a tad high in the front right now, which is fine. We just got it done. And it's, you know, again, I just wanted to at least make this video and show you guys real quick what it looked like. We'll do another walk around video of the truck once it's completely dialed in. But check it out here at this ride height. Plenty of space in between the upper control arm. That upper control arm is still at a flat, you know, flat position. You can see the CV shafts, tie rods, and ball joints. Everything right there is looking really good as well. But I like to get it down just a hint more if I can. So we're gonna work on that and get this thing finalized. But it's already looking really good, and it rides good. Haven't drove it too long. Obviously, we just finished it up, like I said, but it already, I mean, obviously with it on 37s and a 4-inch kit, it rides really nice. So this is a great shock package that we've put a lot of development and time in. So we're trying to get the most out of the front ends of these trucks as well as the rear. They're 3/4 ton trucks, or if you have a 1-ton 3500, and anything and everything that you can do to make these things ride as best as possible is a positive. So let me know what you guys think about this truck. Did you like it better on the 7-inch kit, which, just mind you as well, that was set up at about 8.5 inches. And now we're sitting about 4.5 inches. I'm gonna put specs down below, and then also just to finalize, there wasn't really any other major scenario to drop that 7-inch kit down to the 4-inch kit. I did give you a little video real quick of the bolts for the CV shaft spacer, since that was being taken out. I'll leave down in the description the quantity and size of that. And then the only other thing that you're gonna have to be wise to is that on a 7-inch kit, it comes with aftermarket brake lines in our kit, steel braided brake lines. So our 4-inch kit doesn't need brake lines. You can still use your brake lines off the 7-inch kit, or if you have your factory brake lines, then you can put them back on. But let's just say you didn't have them like this truck. We didn't have any of the factory stuff. You know, anything that was extra, we didn't have it. So we left the brake lines on the truck. You could do it too. You just have to be wise to the routing on, let me see if I can see on the other side and show you a little bit better. So this is how we routed it. You can use this as a reference. But obviously, because this brake line is longer, you just got to be wise to make sure that there's no excess rubbing on anything or possibly catching. But you can see there how we routed this one. And again, if you have your factory brake lines, put them back on. So that's what we did there. Everything else is pretty much straightforward. You can still use the installation instructions from the 4-inch kit out of the box, and basically just remove the 7-inch kit and put it all together. So hopefully this video is helpful. If you are a truck owner just like this one that has our 7-inch kit and is ready to drop it down for any type of reason, again, now that we have a 4-inch kit, I mean, like this guy even said, if you guys had the 4-inch kit when I did my 7-inch, I would have just done the 4-inch kit originally, but we didn't. So here he is, he's back and got his truck redone, and I think it looks great. So I'm gonna drive it home, put some miles on it over the next couple weeks, try to get the mud flaps put on and get it just fine-tuned on the stance, and then get it aligned for the final alignment. And I'll probably do another walk-around video to show you guys how it all finalized out and looks. But hope you guys like this truck and this video and this content. Let us know down below, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.